Hello, good morning and welcome to this video. It is currently 7:15 in the morning. It's honeymoon day. Woo. Currently I'm very sleepy, so it's a bit more difficult to be enthusiastic. But I am very excited to be heading off to the Caribbean today. So our flight is at 10:30 in the morning from Heathrow, so Pete's parents are very kindly giving us a lift so that we don't need to worry about transport and things like that, which is appreciated, especially at this time in the morning. Yeah, so I'm not one of those fancy people that have a specific travel outfit. We are just in a jumper and leggings today. Comfort is key, and yeah, time to get on the way. So I've not filmed anything. We're going to our gate.
Yes.
The something or other.
39.
So it's all been very smooth. We got here 3 hours in advance because of potential strikes and things like that.
Yeah, thought we'd have it too. Got straight through. Ate some food.
Yeah. So we went to Giraffe for some breakfast. Pete's bought some books, so I'm very proud of him.
You should be proud of me if I read them.
Well, I'm proud of you for buying them first.
Help the book industry.
One thing I've not found yet is a bottle filling station. And also, Terminal 5 has a lot of posh shops in it. If you want your Rolex or your
Boss or
your Ted Baker or your Cartier, this is the terminal for you. We are not in the market for that. I wonder if because it's got all those fancy shops, that's why the Pringles were like £3.50.
370.
370
Pringles.
On our way. We've landed.
In Barbados.
The flight was pretty easy. But getting a taxi afterwards, not easy. So we're currently sat in the taxi while the man who's driving has gone to pick up the man he was supposed to be picking up and is now just going to take all of us. I don't know if the man that's paid for a pickup knows that
he's getting a duel.
Someone else is going to be in his cab with him. But there we go. This is where this man is not on his own and he's got a whole family with him.
Yeah, then we get turfed out. Yeah.
And then we get turfed out. But yeah.
Do we tip this guy?
This is our current situation. But we're at the airport. We left it briefly. You can't see because there's a film on the thing. We left the airport briefly. And then we came straight back. So that was a good honeymoon.
Yeah. Oh, we're not in a rush. Flight was good. 4 films down.
I watched 3. And an episode of Dairy Girls, which Pete's upset about.
You don't start watching something with someone and then just randomly watch an episode of a new episode.
I've said to you before, should we watch season 3?
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Is it even on Netflix?
No, not yet.
Exactly, so you haven't.
I have. I said, should we watch it somewhere else? And you said no, so I just assumed that you didn't want to watch it. So, anyway. Let's see what happens with the strange taxi journey. Can you hear that noise? We made it. And this is the view from our balcony. Currently, it is sunset, but the trees may be in the way. Little pool. And then we have a whole suite. Me and Pete are going to come at this from different angles. But yeah, so all the stuff you would expect, plus a kitchen, which is helpful. And everything in there. They've left some ice cubes. Just some ice cubes. I don't know whether all of the... That's the bin. Glasses, yeah, so it looks like it's stocked and stuff. Graters and things, so that's useful. There's also a completely non-smoking hotel, which is ideal because me and Pete are non-smokers. Do we have a dressing room? We have a dressing room. How? We didn't buy this room, did we? Have we just been like upgraded or something?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Because I don't remember us going, right, we'll have the big room with the dressing room. Or all of the rooms like this. I don't know. Hello, this is me after a 9-hour flight. Shower. And toilet. So yeah, this is us for the next 5 nights. Did I say where we were? Did I say where we were? If I didn't, we're at the Coral Sands Beach Resort.
One studio oceanfront.
No, we obviously did pay for this then.
But this isn't a studio. Or is it a studio? Maybe it is a studio because I guess it's a
Maybe we didn't realise what a studio was.
It's a large studio.
But
it's oceanfront. We did pay for
still the
oceanfront.
Yeah. I will probably sit outside for a little bit. And then I need a shower because I feel quite disgusting.
Yeah.
Good morning. And welcome to the first day in Barbados. It is currently 7 a.m. I've been for a little while just chilling on the balcony, reading my book, listening to the sea. Nice. I don't actually need the cardigan, but I didn't know. So. Good. We've got no solid plans for today. It being the first day, we thought we'd play it by ear a bit. We didn't know how early we'd be up because of jet lag and things like that. Chill here and continue reading my book from the sea and the chirp of the frogs. Yeah, just soak it in. What a view! What a view to start the morning. Right, I'm up, I'm dressed, sorted. Pete is around on this honeymoon, but there we go. We've just been to the supermarket to buy some food. As we've got this whole setup, we thought we might as well have breakfast and lunch here, and then we can have dinner out because food is on the pricey side. So in the shop, unfortunately, we've gone for Pringles. There's some stuff that we knew, some stuff that we didn't. Kerry gold butter, which dairy seems to be surprisingly expensive in Barbados. We've got some bread, some crackers, Dixie crackers, the original flavour, because for lunch, instead of buying like hams and cheeses and trying to make sandwiches, we thought we'd just have some crackers and some cream cheese. They only really had Philadelphia, so we've gone for the chive and onion cream cheese. Had some boursin at my parents' over Christmas and got well into it. And then we have some guava and pineapple juice. And because I've always wanted to try them but never wanted to pay the price in England, and these were actually cheaper than England, some Pop-Tarts, strawberry flavour, which I think we might try now. And that all came to 42 Barbados dollars, which works out to be, Pete was telling me, about £17. So there you go, there's the price comparison for you. So the day is not going quite to plan in that I appear to have left my sunglasses at Pete's parents' house, so I'm squinting, and my bikini top that I was wearing has just broken. the clasp has just decided to snap. All I did was sit down. We're going to try a Pop-Tart and then we're going to head down to the sea. So I'll give you a thought on this and then we will leave you here where we're going to see. We will take you with us at some point for the sea, but not today. And Pete's going to show off because he actually has sunglasses. Oh, he's here by the way, I did say that.
What, I'm here?
Yeah. Have you ever had a Pop-Tart as well?
I don't think I've ever had a Pop-Tart, no.
If you're letting yours cool, then...
Pretty good.
I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but it tastes what it looks like. Nice. I like them.
Oh, nice. I didn't know what they were really. I obviously had them. They're good.
I'm aware I've barely shown you anything of Barbados except this room today, but I did say I would show you certain things, not the whole honeymoon. I don't know if it's my camera or your hair, but it's making your head look really strange. As I said earlier, we essentially just had a chilled day. We went in the sea, we did try and snorkel.
Try was the optimum word for that.
Yeah, it was quite choppy, so a bit difficult, and where we think we'd see the fish, it was really hard to actually get out there, and I'm not used to snorkeling at the moment, so I'm getting a bit panicky again. And it turns out having a life jacket is very helpful. And then we essentially chilled by the pool and read books and things. Even Pete read a book. Can you believe it? Pete read a book.
Read a whole book.
Started a book. So yeah, there wasn't a lot to show you there. And then tonight we've been to Oistins Fish Fry, which is one of those things that on the internet says is a must do. I mean, the whole place is pretty chaotic. First of all, we decided to walk. Turns out that wasn't quite such a good idea. It turns out that Barbados doesn't really do footpaths.
It wasn't terrible, it wasn't great.
No.
But we did walk 4.5 kilometres there.
We got to see some residential areas, which to be fair was quite interesting. The complete contrast of where they've quite clearly put their money in this country, which is into tourism, rather than their own homes. But yeah, lack of footpath, bit awkward. Didn't feel very comfortable about getting my camera out to film anything, that kind of stuff.
I mean, there was footpaths, but there's always footpath on one side, so you had to cross a few times, and then it's got narrow in areas. And
yeah, and it just
yeah,
it wasn't ideal. I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't ideal. And then Oistins Fish Fry itself, chaotic is...
I'd say yes, it's a must do, but I could see why people would go there and have a very bad time.
Yeah.
So we didn't.
We did.
But I'd
We
say
had a pretty good
we were quite
time.
lucky in some ways. But
So I'd read up about it. We'd planned which stall we wanted to go to, because essentially it's like lots of different stalls. How would you call them? Vendors.
yeah, pop-up shops.
Selling basically the same thing. As the name implies, it's fish with some sort of side, and they all pretty much sell the same thing.
But some cook it better than others.
Yeah, so we did our research beforehand. We knew which one we wanted to go to. We got there for about 6 o'clock, just after, and it was very busy and there was a big queue. We also got there just as there was a big rain shower, which happen. They're very short, but they can get quite heavy. So we just took shelter and thought, right, we'll just wait for the rain and then we'll go and queue up to where we wanted to eat.
Try and find somewhere to film and sit as well.
So we chose to go to Uncle George's because we'd read that one was a good one. And the reviews on Google, Pete was happy with them. So we were stood near there just waiting for the rain to stop and working out, do we get a seat first? Do we get the food first? How does this all work? And I started eavesdropping on a conversation next to me because there was a guy, I thought he was a tour guide, to be honest, talking to another quite clearly European tourist about the best way of doing it, and I was trying to listen in to get some tips for me and Pete. He noticed and then helped us out, basically. But he then didn't talk to me, he spoke to Pete.
Yeah, when he came and sat down with us, we managed to find a seat very luckily, and he gave us the tip, this big tip, big tip. You don't have to queue up for Uncle George's whatever.
Any of the places.
You don't have to queue up, and the queue was, when we left, the queue was
huge.
Would have taken over an hour easily. And you just knock someone on the back of one of the waiters on the back of the shoulder or something and just ask them,
can I place an order?
Can I place an order? And where you're sitting. They might even help you find a seat, I think. And then it's just a table service.
Yeah. Which...
but most people queuing up and getting their food at the thing and trying to find a seat afterwards.
Yeah, so it seemed like, I mean, you can queue.
We only knew this because of Richard, the person we met.
Yeah, you can queue, but finding a seat is a bit potluck. But by doing this way, we ended up just having a nice casual sit down and a chat with this man called Richard, who lives on the island and is a swimming judge, etc.
And sells fish in the morning at the fish market.
And works at the fish market next door, all of that kind of stuff. And we got table service. We didn't have to do any of the queuing. It still took a while for the food to come, quite clearly, because it was busy. But it was a much more pleasant experience than standing in the queue and then getting your food and then going, shit, where am I going to go and sit? Because chairs are a real commodity in this place. When I was looking into Oistins Fish Fry, I thought it was like a big place, lots of chairs, you just pick somewhere and then you go to whichever store you want. But it's not like that. Each place has their designated seating areas. Really, you should sit attached to whichever one you're going to. We're not sure if this Richard guy that we met was angling us to give him money or pay for his drinks.
I don't know. I'm very confused. He said multiple times
he wants people to have a good experience in Barbados, and tourists are, essentially where most of the island's money comes from.
So people offer him tips and he always refuses.
But he said it so many times.
Yeah. We said it so many times that we didn't give him anything.
We didn't. Well,
there was one story which we didn't believe, which is why we were a bit... But I think he was honest. That's the weird thing. I think he was.
I do and I don't, because obviously we then went to get a bus back, because he was also talking to us about that, which was really helpful, because we actually learned some stuff there too. But we saw him walking back the other way with a more bunch of white tourists. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but either way.
But he said he does that because he says he does that to go and help the tourists out. So that doesn't really change anything for his story.
If he was playing us for cash, it didn't work. So he's had to go back because he hasn't got his payment for this evening.
No, I don't know. I don't think he was like that.
But either way, he was a interesting
got some beers
man.
And he paid for them, and I don't know.
He was an interesting man to talk to. And that's sort of how Oistins is obviously you're on communal tables, so largely I reckon you'll probably end up having a chat with someone that's on your table.
We chatted to the people from Preston across as well.
But in terms of food, really good. So I had the dolphin, which is not dolphin, it's mahi-mahi, which is a meaty, not very fishy fish, which suited me wonderfully. And you had I
had the kingfish.
Still no idea what the kingfish is. Had bones, so I wasn't a fan.
The mahi-mahi dolphin was better. And it tasted, the flavouring was slightly better as well. But they were both really good. And then we had the garlic potatoes with mac pie.
Which is essentially macaroni.
Just macaroni with a bit of sauce.
Yeah. It was really...
And some veg. Yeah, it was really good.
It was nice food. I personally...
we had some rum punches on it.
And we did, and some water. Yeah. I would personally recommend going to Oistins Fish Fry. But, it's on more days of the week than I realised. I thought it was just on Fridays and Saturdays. It's
on every day?
Well, yeah, people turn up on Tuesdays and things like... The internet implies that you should really go on a Friday, it's the only day to go, blah, 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 blah.
Maybe it's the only day with music, I don't really know.
But if you're not into big, massive crowds, then don't go on a Friday.
Yeah.
I did see one girl having a panic attack because she couldn't cope with the crowds. And her mum was like, right, we'll just go, come on. They probably ended up at the KFC across the road and away they went. So yeah, if you're not into busy places, it is a busy place. I mean, we were fortunate that we found this guy and he found us a seat pretty quick. But there is a lot of people. You have to weave your way through. There are stalls selling, I want to call it tourist tap, but, souvenirs and all of that kind of stuff. And there is stages for music and all of that. So it's an interesting place, but go into it not expecting the world and the best night ever, and then maybe you won't be disappointed.
And these buses are $3.50.
The blue ones.
Blue, maybe the yellow as well.
I don't think the yellow ones are.
Was he talking about the little vans that go up and down, or are they $3.50 as well?
They're $3.50, but they do shorter journeys, whereas the blue bus goes from the
Right,
south
so
all the way up to north.
So they're $3.50 Barbados dollars, which is $1.75, but they don't give change.
No.
And but you can go the whole length for the same price, basically. So same with London buses, I guess. It's like £1.50, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose you can go quite far.
Go for the whole farm, yeah.
But yeah, so apologies that I haven't shown you a lot of Barbados. We will get to that. I will whip you out at more occasions, but today just wasn't the one. Hello and welcome to another day in Barbados. We haven't learnt our lesson I haven't learnt our lesson from Oistins Fish Fry and walking there, because today we're going to walk to the Mount Gay Visitors Centre, which is about a 2-hour walk. That's the sun cream, because we have a signature rum tasting today at 12:30, but we don't have any other plans, so we may as well walk it and see some stuff. It's in Bridgetown, so I figured we might actually see a bit of the capital city by walking it too. It'll probably be much like yesterday, where there's limited paths and it feels a bit awkward, but I've committed, so we're doing it. So yeah, it's actually New Year's Eve as well, so this is how we are spending the last day of 2022, trying some rum, doing lots of walking. It's a little hot and sweaty. Also, we bought new sunglasses, and then I found my sunglasses today, and I'm trying to be sensible with my hat. But yes, definitely. So this, we believe, is the, what do I call it, garrison?
Yeah.
Which is the horse racing track, which apparently has good racing on Boxing Day. It's very open. I don't know, I'm used to British ones, I guess. So.
People just don't wasn't it?
If you carried on down there, you'd get to George Washington's house. But we're not doing that today, because as you know, we're on a mission to get to our rum tasting. I don't know why there's all the cannons around the... There are. And then over there is St Anne's Fort behind those trees, and past that is Pebbles Beach, which is, if you get there very early in the morning, where they take the horses to, give them a wash in the sea and play with them there. So, interesting part of it. We made it. It's my welcome cocktail. Yes, still. Yes, still.
Really nice.
Right?
Tell us why.
Because, right, it gives me everything I want in one bottle. How can I get gin, vodka, rum, and whiskey in one bottle? You get really well with the mouth. Just get well and share it. Right? Taste it. Everyone taste buds are good. It's going to give you a lot of chocolate.
That's better.
So we walked, thank you. what a good husband is. He brings your sunglasses. Now I can't see the screen. Yeah, I'm still there. So we walked for the 2 and a bit hours to the Mount. Oh, these are wonky. To the Mount Gay Rum Doodah. I have now had how many drinks a month?
45 doubles.
Right, is that including the welcome cocktail?
Yeah. Oh, well, we had the cream thing as well, so
And the cream thing.
maybe.
We should put that in the fridge.
No, did you?
No, I haven't touched it.
Fridge.
I'm gonna put that in the fridge.
75 doubles and a small something.
Well, I've had some rum, and I'm feeling the rum. So I'm not at my tip-top vlogging prime because I rummed up on an empty stomach. So we're gonna have some food because it's needed. It's now 2:30. So as I said, our rum tasting was at 12:30. And we realised, we looked at what we were allowed to take on the cruise, which was like nothing. So we figured, because this tasted like white chocolate, we'd be able to get through this bottle over the next couple of days. What with it being New Year's and all of that. Oh! Oh, it's not struck. There we go. But yeah, so the rum tasting. Well, the walk was long, and there were bits of it that were really interesting. We walked to on a boardwalk, which was really nice. It had like this long art gallery, and there was lots of pictures of turtles that we quite liked. Pete now thinks we should have a turtle picture in our house.
If Faye wants to put a picture in, she can. Picture.
Do you have a picture?
I've got a picture of the turtle.
Oh, sweet. I might put that in if I can be bothered and I've got
Insert
time.
a picture here.
I'll insert the picture. So we did that. As I said, there were bits of that walk that were really interesting and really good, like the bit around the garrison that I vlogged for you. And then there were bits of like nothingness. I don't think people walk in Barbados. But then we eventually got to the rum thing, and we were a bit worried that we were going to be the only people. But we weren't. We were with a group of girls who I think went to school together in Barbados, but then have sort of scattered around the world. I've got hair. Scattered around the world for like university and stuff, so I'm glad they were there because we would not have matched the energy of the tasting man.
That was good fun.
But it was good fun. I can definitely feel the rum. The older the rum got, the nicer it was, although that black barrel thing was very peppery to my taste.
I thought it was alright.
I just thought it was very peppery. So we tried a Mount Gay Silver, which I'm not a big fan of.
Quite ethanol.
It's a white rum. We tried an Eclipse, which is like your, what do they call it, golden and amber rum?
Yeah.
Which is about the same price range but tastes a bit nicer. Then we tried a Black Barrel, which I thought was pretty peppery.
More expensive.
Mind it.
Didn't mind it, yeah.
You were about the only person that didn't mind it.
No, somebody else didn't mind it as well. There was two of us.
I mean, the guy
Three
taking the tasting said it's his favourite. And then we tried I guess it's a premium rum of XO.
So, yeah.
And that was the nicest one for me.
Which was nearly like about three to four times more expensive.
But because I always because I would always drink it with a mixer or a chaser, as I've learnt is an American phrase for it, I would go for the cheaper Eclipse one because I will always put something with it in my head. I think the more the time goes on, the more I'm feeling drunk.
Good to have some lunch.
Yeah. See, Pete, it never affects Pete. You'd never know. You'd never know that Pete had alcohol.
I would like some lunch.
Well, it's lunch then. We're not got the end of the Pringles.
Oh yeah, I need to do this. Alright,
So yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I was a bit confused when we were walking to it because it's in like nowhere near anything touristy, and I thought it would have been because we went to the visitor centre, not the actual rum distillery place, which is further north. Yeah. enjoyable, but I do need to get some food in me to try and soak up some of this alcohol. Any comments before I turn this off?
Definitely worth the experience. Like, definitely. I don't know how good the other experiences were, but they were a lot more expensive, and that was what, $25. Really good value.
Yeah.
Good fun. Yeah.
I think we were also the last tour of the day and of the year, so
I mean, the guy
they were into it a bit more.
The guy that did it though, that's his 4th tour. He does 4 a day. He pours like 4 doubles. So he must have like 16 doubles a day. He was full on drinking with this.
He's got alcohol tolerance, that one.
Yeah.
Apparently he's got a famous dad as well, but I don't know who it is. So we decided to come down to the beach itself to get a view of the sunset. This is the best one we've had so far. And we're actually around to view it. That's what we're doing. And in the time it's taken us to come back up to our room from just there. Not your typical New Year's Eve in Barbados, but we have gone for pizza, breadsticks, I assume marinara sauce, and this stuff, which we got in the distillery, so
Cheers.
cheers.
That is good.
It's like drinking white chocolate.
It is.
Right, I'm hungry, so we have music from the other resort. We have the switch going. And yeah, this is us for a little while. It's officially midnight. We nearly didn't make it.
There's something down there.